Hi, this is Sushant Gaur from Madira Packaging. We are manufacturers of paper bags, and this video is for other paper bag manufacturers and exporters. So, very soon, up to 400% anti-dumping and countervailing duties can be put on on handled paper shopping bags when being exported from India to the US. Your importer would have to pay up to that much. So, a group of paper bag manufacturers have filed petitions against nine different countries that paper shopping bags coming in from these countries are injuring the local industries inside the US, and certain duties must be put on them. On India, the claim duties are approximately 88%. However, if we don't respond, the default duties can be above 300%. So, what exactly is happening? What is the ITC? What is the DOC? What is the AD petition, CVD petition? What can we do? Is this a macro thing? Will the government of India help? This video is to explain all of that and to try to get all of the paper bag manufacturers together in India to fight this in the US courts. So, first off, this is not a macro problem. This is a case that has been filed in the Department of Commerce that we have to fight using legal help. What is this exactly, and what are these departments? So, International Trade Commission is an independent body under the Department of Commerce that decides whether products coming in from outside of USA are injuring, harming the local industry, and the Department of Commerce uh, is the court, so to speak, which will decide what margins, what duties to put if the ITC says yes, the US industry is being injured. So the petition was filed at in the end of May, I think the last day of May, and the ITC has given manufacturers from the nine countries only 14 days to respond to a questionnaire that has been mailed to most of us. That questionnaire basically is first to decide the amount of quantities coming in from these countries of handle shopping bags, and also to identify which are the largest two exporters of these bags into America. So, what is AD? What is CVD? So, AD is anti-dumping. So, if suppose we are selling a product in India for X and we are selling the same product in America for X minus one, then that one is what the dumping that is happening according to the DOC. What is the CVD? If suppose we are selling something for X and in America we are selling something for X minus 1, and the government of India is giving us that one to make us whole, then that is not anti-dumping, that is countervailing duty. So these petitions are to investigate exporters from these nine countries, top two exporters from these nine countries, on whether or not they are selling products cheaper in the US directly, or they're selling products cheaper in the US because of getting subsidies from the government of India. Um, these questionnaires right now that we've received are nothing compared to what is coming. The top two manufacturers, exporters in India will then get follow-up questionnaires after they're identified who they are, which will probably be around 300 pages, running up the answers to which will run up to 1,000 pages. So these guys need legal help from lawyers that have a history, a background of dealing with such cases. Such lawyers are extremely expensive. Estimated costs are somewhere between a crore to 5 crores. And this particular case, if opened, and well, they have been opened, will run a course of 5 years approximately, estimated. So the duties will be decided within a year, and maybe if we have good legal representation, we get no duties put on India. But the case will still run till a sunset review happens after 5 years, because the local manufacturers get a chance to file for reviews after 12 months of the first ruling, which means this will become an ongoing a problem for us in India as well as the other nine countries. Um, there is no chance for us to get this petition revoked initially in the preliminary ITC hearing, because this petition, for them, we are non persona grata. Uh, Essentially, the 9 countries are together, and they consider China, Cambodia, and Vietnam as non-market economies. So any case which is filed against a consortium of countries which have these 3 countries will probably not be thrown away in the ITC prelim. So now, how can you help? We are trying to form a coalition in India to bear the burden of costs, uh, to put all our brains together on how to fight this, which legal representation to take. We don't have a lot of time since we have to give answers to the questionnaires by the 14th. And then probably after uh, identifying the top two exporters, within the next 10-15 days, the larger questionnaire is going to hit them. What will happen if we don't help? So if the largest two guys in India, and I'm talking about the largest guys, but we are actually a very, very, very small industry in India compared to the US. The smallest guy in the US is probably as large as our largest guy. So, largest exporter. So, what will happen if you don't help? We won't be able to get good legal representation. That may lead to the maximum duty that has ever been put on any product in the US is 1700 odd percentage, and the maximum duty that is put on an Indian product is around about 320%, and that's how high it can go if we don't manage this well. So I would recommend you guys contact me, Sushant Gaur, at 9818024085. I'll leave it somewhere in the comments, or mail me at sushant@adirapack.com. We already have the larger manufacturers and a lot of other manufacturers together with us, and we need to grow this for mutual benefit. Since the sunset petitions, the sunset review will happen after 5 years, we have to be the best of buddies for the next 5 years at least. And when we are together, let's see, there might be other things that we can work on together. So, hoping that a lot of you call me. Thanks.